Welcome to Google Ads Unleashed, the podcast that helps you harness the power of Google Ads. And now your host, Jeremy Young.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Google Ads Unleashed. I hope you're doing well. This is my yearly reminder that now is the time to prepare your Q4 in Google Ads, whether it's with any of your clients, whether it's with your own Google Ads accounts, whether it's with absolutely anything that you do for your Q4. This is the time of the year that people shop, and this is the time of the year where most people will be making 50, 60, 70% of your yearly revenue. So this is the time that counts. And I do this little workshop every year to help people maximize their Google Ads during this period. But in this short podcast episode, I'm going to give you the 8 steps that you need to implement in order to absolutely smash it this Q4. And if you want, on the 1st of October, you can actually join a webinar, a live webinar with a Q&A with everything completely for free, no sales pitch, no nothing, where I will just share this strategy in absolute detail and in absolute completely extensive version. And if you then also stay to the end, you can then also get a free consultation with me to maximize your strategy. So what we'll do now is we're just going to go through everything that we should be doing ready for Q4. So this first step really out of the 8 is to get the basics right. Too many people really just don't get the basics, and this podcast is all about the basics, right? If you flick through any of the episodes, there's no insane hack, there's no insane trick with Google. It is just doing the fundamentals, doing them well, and do the fundamentals over and over well whilst cutting away the ad wastage. And the issue is, if you haven't even done the basics up until now in this podcast with everything, then what are you doing? You have to start now. And that is optimizing your feed, optimizing your product titles, optimizing the conversion tracking and the data quality that you feed your Google Ads account. You have to optimize the account architecture, and you have to choose now the right bidding strategies going ahead into this crucial quarter. Now, I've got loads of episodes on all of these different things. For instance, how to set up your conversion tracking. I've got episodes where I advise what the difference is between various conversion tracking methods and to get the best quality. We even offer server-side tracking installation if you want to get in touch with us. Then I've done many episodes on, depending on what type of e-commerce stores you are, what kind of account setup you want and what kind of campaigns you want to have. And now is the time to get those basics correct. Without that, nothing is going to work in your Q4 efforts, okay? So the second thing that's really important is that you have to plan out a Google-friendly offer. People make a lot of mistakes, right, when they create offers in Q4. And first of all, do an offer, right? Don't be that brand that says, Apple doesn't do offers either, something like that. You know what? Fuck Apple. 99.999% of you out there will never ever come close to being an Apple or Louis Vuitton or anything. And that's not just me being negative Nelly, that's just the reality of the situation, right? You can still become a millionaire and do well whilst giving out offers. Look at all the how many successful brands out there that constantly have some form of offer on. Do you think these guys are doing badly? No, they're not. Because the most on-brand thing you can do for your brand is to make sales, right? There's nothing more off-brand for a business than to not make sales, and you need to make sales. And people like discounts. That's just the reality of it. Generally speaking, a discount on offer is an artificial way to lower the perceived value of what, or to increase the perceived value rather, because you're lowering the actual price versus what you're getting, and that's where people want to buy. And this is the catalyst that generates the sales in this quarter. Okay. And this Q4 is the season of sales, right? We have so many opportunities where you can capitalize on. For you guys in the US, Halloween, massive. Singles Day becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. You've got Black Week, you've got Black Friday, you've got Black Weekend, you've got Cyber Monday, you've got Cyber Week, you've got Christmas shopping, you have Christmas itself, you have Q5, right? Or Crimbo, the limbo between Christmas and the New Year. People love it. You've got New Year's sales, which I know is next quarter, but you need to plan your sales and you need to have a good offer and you need to have a good Google-friendly offer. So first of all, the offer must not be too complicated. Don't go overboard. Keep it simple. Test your offers, doing a flash sale or doing like Halloween or something. Make an offer that has enough margin, because lots of times people give too big of an offer and then there's nothing left on their margin. That's obviously bad. And of course, the offer needs to be able to be communicated on Google. So classic discount is good to get the strikeout prices, or to offer just a normal discount code, right? That's the second best way of doing it. So you can add promotion assets, you can put it into your ad text, you can actually get the strikeout price on your ads, etc, etc. If you do weird offers like, I don't know, 15% if you buy 3 or more items, Google doesn't understand that, right? This is not a discount that you can replicate in your ads very well. So keep it simple. I always recommend 20 to 50% always works, because that's a good discount that people expect during that time, and together with a bit of urgency and scarcity and a good call to action, you will be fine. And step 3 is testing the offer. I've already said this many years ago. I had a really, really bad experience where we had an offer with one of our clients, and as it turned out, when we launched the ads, it didn't work whatsoever because the offer wasn't tested. It flopped completely, right? The entire Q4 flopped. So that was one of the biggest mistakes in my life, and it's not going to happen to me again. It's not going to happen to you again, because you will test your offer on Halloween, Singles Day, or the flash sale, okay? Then in the 4th step, you will want to prepare the algorithm, okay? Google's a massive snail. I've said this multiple times before. It doesn't react very quickly to quick changes. So what you need to do, if you know that people are going to kick in the door and that your conversion rate's going to go up massively and that you're going to have weeks of just cash flowing through the business and people buying in your shop, is you need to adjust your ROAS targets. Even regardless of whether you think, okay, I need a 3x ROAS, why should I go even lower? It's because your conversion rate will be so good that even with an artificially strong bid, where by dropping the ROAS targets or removing them completely, your conversion rate will carry your store and allow it to scale. Okay, so you want to lower or adjust your ROAS targets way in advance, or listen to my episode about seasonality bid adjustments if the period's very, very short. So you can take advantage of basically you tell Google, hey, in this period I'm going to expect a different conversion rate. Please pump my ads out at this time to with this conversion rate that we expect. In the 5th step, you want to add your promotions. Like I said, strikeout prices is the best thing that you can do. Why? Because you get the sale badge on your shopping ads. It actually lowers the price. So the lowering of the price actually is a good ranking signal for Google to show your ads to more people, because it's a price comparison engine at a certain degree. You get the lovely strikeout price under your ad with the green pricing, which is again a visual that people will click on more. And the best part, it really retains your reviews as well. So if you retain your reviews and with the discount, you get the best of both worlds. Now, they are not always available. If you have strikeout prices all the time, they're not going to be available. So this will only be available if you do not have strikeout prices in your store at all times, because Google understands if you have strikeout prices all the time. So use them scarcely for exactly events like that. Then the alternative is you can use, for instance, a merchant-centered promotion. It's not as good, but hey, it'll do the trick temporarily. You also will want to be using your promotion extension asset in Google Ads. You will also want to add some ad copy to your brand campaign to tell people what that sale is on, because hopefully you're advertising on other channels as well, such as Meta. Or people might be remembering your brand and thinking, maybe they got a sale on during this time. They might be searching for your brand, and boom, you tell them straight away what the sale is. You can also listen to my episode about countdown timers, where you can actually use the countdown timer feature to maximize this effect and really drive urgency and scarcity. But your brand campaign can be used as a billboard to really show what the sale is that you have on at this time. Alternatively, you can use the headline and description assets, which you can just drop on account or campaign level, and then you can add that to your ads temporarily as well. That's the lazy way, but it works just as well. The next thing that you will want to do is also preparing your shop. So you're not only preparing your promotions, you want to add your promotions to your shop as well. So there's nothing worse than saying that you've got 40% off site-wide in your ads, and then you're on the online store and you think, where the fuck's the discount, right? Like this looks like it normally always does. So really drive it home that you have a massive discount on, and that needs to become very visible in your store, maybe through a banner on the front page, maybe through like a little banner at the top, maybe through highlighting something on the product page, etc. Then step 6 is taking advantage of demand gen. So just to remind again, for whom is demand gen? Ideally, if you spend 30 to 50k a month already, that's where it starts to work really well and unfold its AI magic, its machine learning magic. You need to ideally have a good AOV, 75 plus is what I recommend, and ideally strong creatives already tried and tested in other channels such as Meta ads, and ideally you need third-party tracking. Listen to my episode about demand gen to make the most of this channel during this time. We use it with many of our clients and it's the bomb. It really works well, so try and take advantage of that as well. Works really well with very visual products as well, by the way. So if for instance the product photos themselves are very visual, it can work really well. We use it for one client, for instance, who at the moment who does print on demand products, and it's absolutely slaying it there because it's just so visual, right? The print on demand products, they're funny, they attract attention, they attract clicks, so that's where it works really well. And step 7 is launching the sale yourself. I already said drop the ROAS targets, increase the budgets, and monitor spend daily. Ideally, you will want to be in very close contact with your CMO or with your with whomever you're working with, or of course keep a really close eye on your triple whale or any controlling system to see that your net profit's good on the day and in the weeks. And also don't be surprised by high ROAS during this time, okay? So you will absolutely smash it with Google Ads and think, maybe I can spend more because the ROAS on platform looks so good. Don't be fooled by that, because with Google, it's so funny, you could like flood the entire market, get 100% search impression share and cover everything, and then still have an 8x ROAS. It's just because at this time all the laws of the market don't exist anymore, and you just absolutely smash it even by covering the entire lion's share that there is on the market to get, okay? Little bonus tip is also build one campaign, throw all of your 10-15 bestsellers of the entire year in it on max conversion value and just let it rip, right? So either feed only PMax or shopping works really well. We do this with all of our clients. Then finally, probably the most important part is, after everything is said and done, is to downscale. Undo all of that, what I just said, remove your, remove the banner in the shop, remove all of your promotion extensions, go back to your normal wording, remove all the promotional assets, etc., and very quickly reinstate ROAS targets and drop them budgets, because too often do I see that people just don't downscale fast enough and just waste their money afterwards. So this is something that I would recommend in step 8. Okay, so to recap, step 1 is get the basics right? Step 1 is getting the basics right and just making the absolute most of that channel. before the madness even starts. Step 2 is to plan in your sales and have a plan for everything. Step 3 is test your offer, keep it really simple. Step 4 is prepare your algorithms. Step 5 is add your promotions everywhere you can. Step 6 is planning your demand gen campaign if you have one. Step 7 is launching your sale, and step 8 is to wind it down as fast as possible. And if that was helpful to you, then please visit my webinar on the 1st of October. I can answer all questions in depth and also give you more expert Google Ads advice like on this podcast. Don't hesitate to reach out at any given point. Maybe we can help you with your Q4 preparation. If you have any last minute doubts about what you want to do, just get in touch via LinkedIn, Jeremy Young Google Ads, or via the website, younganddigital.marketing, and book in a Calendly appointment with me. Or you can also book a free consultation by just simply getting in touch with my email address, which is jeremy@younganddigital.marketing. Thank you very much for listening, and happy scaling, guys.
Thank you for listening to Google Ads Unleashed. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you found value in today's podcast, please share it with others and leave a rating and a review. For more information or to connect with Jeremy, check him out online at www.younganddigital.marketing. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.